This is Kamina Singson. You're watching Hornbill TV, now in primetime news. Now news in headlines. BJP leader V. Muralidharan said on Tuesday that it was good news that the execution of Nimasha Priya has been postponed. The government of India, through the MEA, have been making all the efforts to get her released. In a historic moment, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla and the Exum 4 crew abroad. Dragon spacecraft splashes down in the Pacific Ocean after an 18-day stay aboard the International Space Station. Eight opposition political parties, including the Congress, on Tuesday unitedly called for Odisha Bandh on July 17 over the death of a 20-year-old girl student from Balasore. Elon Musk's Tesla has formally entered the Indian market by opening its first showroom in Mumbai's BKC on Tuesday as Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis welcomed Tesla to India. The news in details. After news of the postponement of the execution of Nimasha Priya in Yemen, the Supreme Court of India heard the case on Monday and has told the government to explore informal channels for her release. The central government told the Supreme Court that it can do nothing much to stop the execution of Kerala nurse Nimasha Priya in Yemen, citing the country's lack of diplomatic recognition and the situation's sensitivity. However, efforts are being made. SC will hear the case again on July 18. BJP leader V. Muralidharan said on Tuesday that it was good news that the execution of Nimasha Priya has been postponed. The government of India, through the MEA, have been making all efforts to get her released. But there were some technical issues which created a roadblock. The efforts are still on. Nimasha Priya, a nurse from Kerala, faces execution on Yemen on July 16 for the 2017 murder of a Yemeni national.
Good news that the execution, which was, as per the information that we were receiving, was supposed to be on 16th, but now it has been postponed. Since the news of her punishment came, the government of India, through the Ministry of External Affairs, have been making all efforts to get her released. We had made multi-track interventions through the official channels as well as through some informal channels. When I was the Minister of State, I was entrusted with this whole effort. We were also confident that we would be able to get her released. But there were some technical issues which created a roadblock. So, I won't say that we completely withdrew from the efforts. We were continuing those efforts and get her released. Even after I left the ministry, there were some directions for me to intervene. So I had continued with the earlier informal efforts that I had undertaken. So that informal efforts also are still on. Let us hope that we will be able to succeed in that.
The political situation of Yemen, we all know this is very difficult.
No, that is why I said that there are multiple issues that has made this whole issue more complicated, because the internal strife that is there in Yemen, there is a sort of a civil war that is going on. That is one issue. Second is, of course, the family who has lost, or the person who lost his life, his family, their approach has been another issue. And third is along with her, the others who are involved in the crime, that is also another issue. So that is why I said that there were some technical issues which government and through informal channels we were trying to solve those issues. I am still optimistic that we will be able to find a solution. At least for the time being, I would say that this is a partial relief, that the execution has been in a way postponed. So we will get some more time to make our efforts to get her released.
In other news, in a historic moment, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla and the Exum 4 crew aboard Dragon spacecraft splashes down in the Pacific Ocean after an 18-day stay aboard the International Space Station. The crew had departed from the orbiting laboratory on Tuesday, July 14, 2025, on board the SpaceX Dragon. Astronaut Subhanshu Shukla will undergo a 7-day rehabilitation program after his splashdown off the California coast on July 15 as he returns to the Earth from an 18-day sojourn at the International Space Station. As the AX-4 crew splashes down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Southern California, ground crews will be dispatched for the retrieval of the spaceship, and they will be pulled aboard Shannon SpaceX Dragon recovery vessel. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said, Bharat today has truly found an enduring space in the world of space. It is a moment of glory for India as one of its illustrious sons returns after completing a successful voyage.
The vehicle as it's making its final descent towards water landing.
And it's a little foggy, as you can see there.
Yeah, Pacific fog is rolling in.
We've got some very bright lights as Dragon, you can see the ocean there. Dragon is about to touch down in just a few seconds here.
And working their way towards the vehicle are the SpaceX and Axiom support teams that will be present for the next phase of our splashdown coverage today. At this point, we'll be waiting for confirmation of the crew's safe landing, and then we'll move into the phases of this mission, which are really, let's recover the vehicle, let's recover the crew, let's make our assessments, and at that point, we'll be covering.
And we have splashdown of the AX-4 crew.
We have you loud and clear.
Dragon, we have you the same. Expect automated chute deployment.
Dragon copies. Automated chute deployed.
And great news, as you heard there, we got comms from the AX-4 crew.
That's exactly what we're waiting for, and I love that you can hear the excitement in Peggy.
Congratulations, ISRO. And Bharat has today truly found an enduring space in the world of space. It's a moment of pride for the whole world and a moment of glory for India as one of her illustrious sons returns back after accomplishing a successful voyage and after having conducted some of the very vital life-bearing experiments never done before. And therefore, as I said, today indeed Bharat has found an enduring space in the world of space.
Keep watching, we will return after the short break.
where the software engineer meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Welcome back. A day after Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah jumped over the boundary wall of Mazar-e-Shuhada to recite prayers after he was allegedly stopped by security forces on Martyrs' Day, the CM commented on the Pahalgam attack on Tuesday and said somebody has to be held responsibility for the intelligence failure that led to the killing of 26 people. He said now that it has been understood there had been a failure in security and intelligence, someone has to be held responsible.
80 दिन के बाद तो चलिए देर आए दुरुस्त आए, ये हमने नहीं कहा, ये जानते हुए भी कि फेलियर तो हुआ ही होगा, नहीं तो इतना बड़ा हमला होता नहीं। अब एक हुआ पहले फेलियर एक्नॉलेज करना, उसके बाद फेलियर के लिए जिम्मेदार कौन? आखिरकार अगर इंटेलिजेंस, उन्होंने शायद कहा कि इंटेलिजेंस का भी फेलियर था, तो अगर इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर था तो इसके लिए जिम्मेदार कौन है? ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि 26 लोग अपनी कीमती जानें गंवाएं और उसके बाद कहीं पे भी हमारे तरफ से कोई पेशरफ्त ना हो। अब जब हम मानते हैं कि सिक्योरिटी और इंटेलिजेंस की फेलियर रही है, तो उसके बाद फिर किसी को तो इसके लिए जिम्मेदार ठहराना होगा।
In other news, a day after a thrilling end to the Lord's Test, the Indian cricket team met King Charles III at St. James' Palace. India are currently in England for a 5-match test series, which the host currently led 2-1 after winning the second test by 22 runs. The meeting symbolized both sporting camaraderie and diplomatic goodwill.
When is done?
And these are our datings.
Super, thank you. Just everyone up here, that'd be great.
With the bag?
कि टीम इंडिया और दोनों टीम, जो हमारी पुरुषों की टीम है और महिला टीम, दोनों को किंग चार्ल्स ने आज इनवाइट किया पैलेस में और उनसे मुलाकात हुई। बहुत अच्छी मुलाकात हुई, प्लेयर्स बहुत खुश हैं क्योंकि सब उन्होंने पर्सनल डिटेल्स पूछे, एक एक प्लेयर के बारे में वो पूरा होमवर्क करके आए थे, है ना। जैसे मेरी किताब के बारे में पूछा, उनकी जो मैंने दी, असम टी के बारे में सैकिया साहब से पूछा, मुझसे पूछा कि अरुण जेटली हमारे दोस्त होते थे, क्या हुआ, वो हैं भी कि नहीं, मैंने उनको अच्छे से डेथ होगी, उनकी फैमिली को मेरी कंडोलेंसेस कन्वे करना, है ना, क्योंकि मिलते थे। ये हमारा जो प्लेयर आकाशदीप, उसकी बहन के बारे में पूछा कि क्या बीमार है, इतना सब डिटेल वो पता लगा के आए थे। और तब वो बड़े मतलब लगा कि बहुत ही सज्जन व्यक्ति, बड़े अच्छे व्यक्ति, लग ही नहीं रहता कि आप इंग्लैंड के राजा से बात कर रहे हैं। इंग्लैंड का राजा आपको पता, ऑस्ट्रेलिया का भी राजा आज तक है, कनाडा का भी है, न्यूजीलैंड का भी है, तो लेकिन उनके अंदर मैंने देखा कि बहुत ही विनम्रता है, बहुत अच्छे। तो टीम तो बहुत खुश है मिलके, और ये एक हिस्टोरिकल अपॉर्चुनिटी थी जो टीम को मिली। और पहले था मेंस टीम मिलने वाली थी, लेकिन पहले से ही कहा गया कि साहब वुमेन टीम भी इंग्लैंड में अच्छा नहीं लगता कि आपसे मेन टीम से मिले, तो उनको बुलाया गया स्पेशली वुमेन टीम को साउथहैम्पटन से, और उनसे मिली, तो बहुत अच्छा रहा हम सब लोग।
Yes, definitely. I think everywhere we go, we are very lucky and fortunate that we always get a good support, and it's been no different here. Although I think the first couple of days there were more English supporters at Lord's, but I think in the last 3 days we got some really good support for us.
Yeah, and just finally, they're saying that the biggest winner is test match cricket. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely. I think the way both the teams played, they showed a lot of passion, and we played with a lot of pride. We gave out everything mentally and physically, and at the end of the day, when you play a test match that goes on for 5 days in the last session and you lose by 20 runs, the winner would definitely be cricket.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was very nice experience. We came to England so many times, but this was our first time when we met him, and he was very friendly. He asked us like how was the travel and all, and really nice to meet him. Yeah.
And do you feel like you've had an amazing reception here from the diaspora? Now you're actually here meeting the king. Do you think women's cricket is top of its game at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. We have been playing good cricket, and I think with that, we are getting a lot of opportunity to express ourselves. So really happy the way things are moving on.
In other news, in a significant move to enhance Tripura's education and healthcare sectors, the State Cabinet on Tuesday approved multiple recruitment proposals across key departments. Briefing the media after the meeting chaired by Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha, Cabinet spokesperson and Transport Minister Sushanta Chaudhary announced that 6 dental medical officers will be recruited under the Health and Family Welfare Department through the Tripura Public Service Commission. In a major step to address the shortage of subject experts in higher secondary schools, the Cabinet approved the recruitment of 915 postgraduate teachers for classes 11 and 12. The Teachers Recruitment Board, Tripura, will oversee the process. Candidates must possess a postgraduate degree with at least 50% marks along with a B.Ed degree. Additionally, 700 graduate teachers posts for classes 9 and 10 will be created and filled on a fixed pay basis under the Directorate of Secondary Education. The Cabinet also cleared 37 academic and administrative posts for the newly established National Law University. The recruitment will be conducted by the university as per its own regulations.
सिद्धांत लिया गया है और उसके साथ 37 हमारे जो बहुत सारे पोस्ट में हमारे यहाँ पे जो नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी है उसके अधीन रिक्रूटमेंट किया जाएगा और 6 मेडिकल ऑफिसर डेंटल हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण दफ्तर के अधीन ये दिया जाएगा 915 प्लस 700 हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट স্বাস্থ্য এবং পরিবার কল্যাণ দপ্তর সিদ্ধান্ত গ্রহণ করেছে প্রপোজাল ফর ফিলিং আপ অফ 6 মেডিকেল অফিসার ডেন্টাল গ্রুপ 4 আন্ডার হেলথ এন্ড ফ্যামিলি ওয়েলফেয়ার ডিপার্টমেন্ট গভর্নমেন্ট অফ ত্রিপুরা স্বাস্থ্য এবং পরিবার কল্যাণ দপ্তরের অধীন 6 জন মেডিকেল অফিসার ডেন্টাল
Keep watching, we will return after a short break.
HIV can infect anyone, including children. A woman with HIV can spread it to her baby during pregnancy, delivery, or breastfeeding.
Where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. Where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Welcome back. Union Minister of New and Renewable Energy Prahlad Joshi has reaffirmed that India's clean energy transformation is not just an environmental objective, it is a national mission. Speaking at the IVCA Renewable Energy Summit 2025 at IIT Bombay, he highlighted that India's private investment is vital to achieving India's ambitious target of 500 GW non-fossil fuel capacity by 2030. From renewable energy generation and battery storage to green manufacturing, India is witnessing record capital inflows and strong policy support. India's clean energy sector is gaining unprecedented momentum. The country has achieved a major milestone, reaching 50% of its installed electricity capacity from non-fossil fuel sources 5 years ahead of the 2030 target. This positions India among the top 3 nations globally in renewable energy capacity addition. The minister emphasized that India's energy transition reflects the success of bold policies, effective implementation, and a deep commitment to climate equity and responsibility. Flagship initiatives like PM-KUSUM, PM Surya Ghar, Muft Bijli Yojana, Solar Park development, and the National Wind Solar Hybrid policy have laid the groundwork for this transformation.
India's economy is growing steadily and it is set to accelerate even further under PM Modi's leadership. Now is the time to invest, ride this green wave and let your capital grow with the nation's clean energy future. So as per the International Energy Agency IEA, in next 3 years, almost 85% of the increase in the global electricity demand will come from the emerging and developing countries.
Odisha State Congress President Bhakta Charan Das on Tuesday called for a statewide ban on July 17 in protest against the death of a student of Balasore Fakir Mohan Autonomous College who self-immolated herself in protest over sexual harassment by her teacher. The 20-year-old victim succumbed to burn injuries late last night despite a 60-hour treatment effort at AIIMS Bhubaneswar. Thus demanded the resignation of the State Education Minister, local MLA and MP over the death of the Balasore student. Thus told ANI that their demand is that the Education Minister, the MLA and the MP, all 3 should resign and their party shall expel all 3 further. On the 17th, the party have called for an Odisha ban and appeals to all sections to support it. The Odisha Congress chief noted that the victim, even after complaining at multiple forums, did not get justice.
ये हम लोग कितने दिनों से कहते आ रहे हैं, वो बच्ची न्याय के लिए सबका दरवाजा खटखटाया, एफआईआर किया, एसपी को टैग किया, कलेक्टर को टैग किया, एजुकेशन सेक्रेटरी को टैग किया, एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर को टैग किया, सीएमओ को टैग किया, किसको नहीं कहा, यूनियन मिनिस्टर को टैग किया, लेकिन उसको न्याय मिला नहीं। बार बार प्रिंसिपल से अपील किया, उस दिन भी प्रिंसिपल के गया था, उस दिन प्रिंसिपल ने रोक ठोक उसके साथ जो मिसबिहेव किए, उसके साथ गलत बर्ताव किए, उसी से वो सह नहीं पाया और उसने क्या किया, अपनी एमएलए के पास गए, एबीवीपी का बच्ची थी, अपनी एमएलए के पास गई, एमएलए ने उसको जस्टिस नहीं दे पाया, एमएलए आके सीएम के साथ बैठ सकता था, उसको न्याय दिला सकता था, क्यों नहीं दिलाया, क्यों नहीं बैठा। एमपी लाइटली लिया मैटर को, खाली एसपी को फोन कर दिया हूं बोल के एमपी वो सफाई दे रहे हैं और उनका ड्यूटी नहीं था, जब तक उसको न्याय नहीं मिले तब तक वो कदम उठाना चाहिए, उनका चाहिए था वो सीएम पास, होम मिनिस्टर के पास बैठ के उनको दंड देने का। अगर वो लोग एक्शन लिए होते, थोड़ा सा भी एक्शन लिए होते, तो बच्ची का सुसाइड करने का, इस तरह की घटना होने का कोई आवश्यकता नहीं थी। कोई नहीं सुना तो उसने एक वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग किया, वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग करके उसने उसे छोड़ा, पूरे राज्य में वो चला गया है, लेकिन सरकार का कान जागा नहीं, कि सरकार उसमें जागे नहीं, सरकार समझे नहीं कि हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। क्यों, कौन लगता था उनका वो एचओडी और प्रिंसिपल कौन है उनके, वो भी उनके एपीबीबी के कैडर थे और एक फंक्शन में वो दोनों थे, जिस फंक्शन में उनको अवार्ड किया गया था दोनों को, उस फंक्शन में वो बच्ची भी वहां पे थी। तो ये सारा सबूत होता है कि उनको बचाने के लिए, एचओडी और प्रिंसिपल को बचाने के लिए आपने उस बच्ची का जान ले लिया। आप अपराधी हैं, आप किलर हैं, आपको सत्ता में बने रहने का कोई अधिकार नहीं। इसीलिए हमने
This is all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.
The Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission, or the National Solar Mission, was launched on 11th January 2010. JNSM is a major initiative of the Government of India with active participation from states to promote ecological sustainable growth while addressing India's energy security challenges. The National Institute of Solar Energy has assessed the country's solar potential of about 748 GW, assuming 3% of the wasteland area to be covered by solar